the vaccination rate in Africa at the highest estimations right now is only about 4.4%. And part of the problem is that they have no way to track what has been given, utilized, how it's being utilized, where the efficacy is taking place, where there's vaccine hesitancy. But it's really about understanding and utilizing the resources that the government maybe doesn't have right now, and through BSV and through VX Pass can now have an operation that runs independently of their systems that maybe aren't quite cutting it. And so scaling up on mobile on blockchain is a tremendous value to literally hundreds of millions of people worldwide.
And let's just deal with the facts at hand, which is that it is the largest blockchain, full stop. It is the most scalable, lowest cost transactions, high throughput. Like if you just look at the tech for what it is, it's about time that the adults in the room step up and acknowledge that and utilize it for its purpose.
So for the first time in human history, with our partnership with Veridat and manufacturers of vaccines or Tylenol or whatever it may be, we'll be able to have on blockchain that solid record on a ledger from the source materials into the manufacturing plant to distribution to then where VX Pass picks it up, which is essentially that last mile verification. So because VX Pass is owned by the patient, not by a corporation or a government, it's under the stewardship of each government for understanding the data and be able to look at that aggregate data. But that ownership record is to the patient, and that patient can now will be soon be able to trace it all the way back to the source material that went into their vaccine. And so I think, about vaccine hesitancy, what's in it? We can tell you exactly which date this was mixed on and who is in charge of the plant at that. It's tremendous the amount of power that we can give to a person that is under their ownership, and only through BSV is that possible.
You go into Sudan or most countries in Africa, with the exception of South Africa, you flip a coin, and that is the chance that you have of whether or not the therapy you're about to ingest has either been adulterated or is even real, right? It's a very huge problem there. And so solving a lot of these issues through immutable blockchain technology, again, low cost, high throughput, scale, will allow them to not continue to have these problems.
All of the countries and corporations that we've talked to, especially on the country level, they immediately go, can we do all of our childhood vaccination records? Can we do cholera? Can we do Ebola? Absolutely, so we can keep in the future epidemics from becoming pandemics.
But at the end of the day, TAAL really does allow us to, again, quickly get our information into the mempool and transact it on chain, and at a much lower cost than if we were try to do this on our own.
What TAAL brings is really the fuel that we need to save the lives. I don't think I can put it any more clear than that. Without that absolutely rock solid mining foundation and the services that they offer to essentially fuel this whole BSV ecosystem, I'm not sure we can calculate, but there would be loss of life. And I'm not trying to be dramatic, but that is the business that we're in.